Yo, it's your man, Cold War Soldier, Money Sean. I'm in the building. Tech your neck, 13th Chamber, you already know. Today, we got a very, very special guest, pioneer hip-hop, one of the pioneers of hip-hop. Steele is in the building from Smif and Wessun. Smif and Wesson's in the building. Salute to them. Salute to all they put down for hip-hop. We couldn't be here without the pioneers of hip-hop. So we get ready to go to the video. Soundboy, you already know. It's your man, the Cold War Soldier, you heard?
We are going to jump and sound. You cannot cross the border, cause we are cloud body. You will come, we kill you already, and you and your followers, there is no form of threat to we, cause when it comes to lyrics, we have it. So come!
Boom, bye-bye to a soundboy head. Ruben and promote no nasty man, them off he dead. Giving him two dead to him chin. And then me your friend fake the funk, I put the junk to an end. Now who the rude boy want test the OG? I find his family to identify he. I bet you never thought I bust. Surprise, I'm a 45 oak head just like me dreads.
Test the champion sound, you're getting bucked down. Recognize the boot camp, play out of Bucktown. Gun thirsty little bastard, always blasted from the sacks of chocolate of Mother Gaston. You say you're number one wicked selector. I say you and I wet ya. Keep the ball for a pull, this your trigger. Cause you don't wanna test me when I'm tipsy off the liquor like the punk they call my girl. Got his feelings hurt. Showed his true colors, had to yank up his skirt. Now he's in misery, trying to cop a plea. To him head from gun clapper number 3. See, lick off a shot, you know. Rider, lick a shot, and up on fire.
Now everybody want be down, gaga, and all around New York be talking, but we be stalking. In the darks when the dog starts barking, but in the day be wary of where you be walking.
Some very along with no take down faithful. The same boat can move quick and rest and know you're getting done missing. Some very along with no take down faithful. The same black card scavenger rest and know you're getting done missing. Some very along with no take down faithful. If you're done Smif and Wessun rest and know you're getting done missing.
Me nah sex, me rough like the wicked youth in me. That other half that be bugging off the truth. You see, original criminal run the town. Crime pays, that's what I practice. So act if you won't get blasted by my 9 shot. Come around my block, find a nice spot in the pine box. Murderer, soundboy killer, frontally filler. We bout to get iller.
Soundboy, you got enough reason to worry. Coming with my troops, we about to bury. Better pack your dubs and move in a hurry. He's off, sin. Looking at my pager, it's about that time to load up the line and do my daily crime. Warriors, conquerors, the man before ya. Mr. Ripper, aka the enemy killer. My man with the is my man indeed. And all your sucky ducky is catch knots with speed.
Some very alone with nothing than faithful. The same boat can move quick and rest and know you're getting done missing. Some very alone with nothing than faithful. The same black card scavenger rest and know you're getting done. Lord of mercy. Some very alone with nothing than faithful. If you're dead Smif and Wessun rest and know you're getting done missing.
Lord, some boy gonna get dead tonight. Duke as I retrieve the 2-5 from my 10 boots. Target upon sight, trick upon cock. Adjust your pupils to see your dead boy walk. Nothing more going die this year. Here comes the boot camp, slide it to the rear.
The rain coming like a hurricane, licking shots. More untouchable than with the chicken pots. Dreads and froze out to get the doughs like Bisquick. From now until Louisville still packs the biscuit.
99.
Smif and Wessun OGC. It's the beast from the east and gun clapper number 3.
We bring the realness, feel this, boom is black moon, reveal this. We come to let you know what the deal is. Straight up, we serve justice. So if you can't be trusted, may you return where the dust is.
Yeah, there's many songs that going around and going on. I'm going like a clown, but I'm telling you, clean up your work and come to the livestock, cause you are dead stuck from morning and now it's evening, everything's changed. You know, a sound boy dead, peered up, lick off the med, for real. Smif and Wessun alongside Black Heart Scavenger, my bride and Joe, for real. When we look and say, Lord have mercy, hey, 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 hey. Tell them fake come if I trouble them move on. Oh, we are go lick them with the finesse and charm. Tell them fake come if I trouble them man. Take a look, go take a look in at the camp lyric smoke. Tell them fake come if I trouble them move on. Oh, we are go lick them with the finesse and charm. Tell them fake come if I trouble them man. Take a look, go take a look in at the scavenger lyric book. Cause every page full of style and full of fashion. We don't believe in pirate material, my lyrics no Russian, they well original, Christian and stamp.
We took over that whole thing right there. Big up the Big Dog Films.
Yeah, we
know what I
back.
mean?
We back. We in the building once
Word.
again. Still Smif and Wessun in the building.
Yeah.
Definitely Pioneer. Welcome to the show, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah,
Glad I
thanks
made
for
it.
having me. Definitely, man. A lot of things have changed since back in the video.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and you mentioned a few things about the set was real. Now, see, this is what makes hip hop different because now you have the young kids. They got sets. You know what I'm saying? But back in the day, that was a real live joint. And speak on that a little bit about the Soundboy joint.
What's crazy for us is like, you know, our first fans is our family.
Mm-hmm.
You know, aside from our parents are still looking at this hip hop stuff going, yo, you really do that?
Mm-hmm.
Get a job.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but
Right.
like our family in the streets, our community family, our communion family is always with us.
Right.
So Soundboy is really like everybody in that video is family.
Yeah.
Everybody. It's probably like 10% of the people who just happened to pop out.
Right.
But most of those people in there, the majority, excuse me, is family. And this is what I think has enabled Smif and Wessun, Boot Camp Click, Duck Down to still be running around
Right.
today. So, you know,
I mean,
all the
y'all-
other stuff, yeah, we get to that.
Y'all pretty much set the tone, man. When I had shout out to Rob and Rob Gadd. When I had Rob here and we were talking about mixes and stuff and things that went back in the day. Like I remember DJing on a wooden mixer before they was Steele. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I mean, you know, with that in question and the different hip hop artists we got now, I mean, a lot of them. What I see that's missing is the fact that it seems like it's made up. It's not like when you did hip hop, it seemed like it was more real, but you was really living a life, and that's what you didn't have to say, well, you know, I'm doing this, I'm living like this. You was living that life, like, you know, when dudes came from Queens, they came from Queens, they was in the bricks.
Yeah.
You know, and now it's just like everything is just seems like it's just made up, and it's not too real anymore. It's just a lot of people starting.
Now you talking about a certain aspect of it.
Yeah.
What's interesting is that, you know, it's still real. You know, it doesn't change the dynamics. Like we're able to have this conversation because we've experienced some of the real stuff.
Exactly.
We carved down. We chopped down a lot of trees.
Right.
For these little cats.
Right.
To come out here and now say they're rappers.
Right.
You're a rapper that never had to deal with history. Like, that's a blessing. That's a fucking unicorn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, if you never had to know who Eric B. and Rakim was, if you never had to know who Big Daddy Kane was, and you step outside and go, yo, I don't know these people,
Right.
then you should fucking shoot yourself.
Wow.
Straight all that. I'm telling all you rap guys, if you don't know who Eric B. is, if you don't know who Chuck D. is, if you don't know who
Flav.
Grandmaster Cass
Flavor
is,
Flav.
if you don't know your history and you talk about rap, you should not be able to come here.
Right.
Period, point blank.
Right.
Now, me as a student of life, now I grew up on certain cats. I grew up on dudes like Big Daddy Kane.
Yes.
Rakim.
Yes.
Chuck D. Chris. You know, and the beautiful thing about growing up on dudes like this, it's like they all gangsters. They all gangsters because they speak for the people.
Right.
Like if you speak towards the people's needs, then there's nothing more gangster than that.
Right. Right.
Now, if you look at their genre, like KRS-One is like, he's a teacher,
Right.
right? Coogee Rap, that's gangster,
Right.
street.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we listen to all of that stuff.
Right.
We listen to Rap and Duke, the hard.
Yeah.
Never thought that hip hop would take it this
far.
far, right? We listen to those things, and the only reason that, one of the reasons that help us come this far is because we absorb these things. It's like when the gods and earth, peace to the gods and earth.
Peace.
My salam to all my Muslim brothers and sisters out there.
Yes.
But the gods and earths, the nation of Islam, the nation of 5%, they took about doing the knowledge.
Right.
You know, and hip hop stresses that.
Right.
And we learn these lessons through our hip hop pioneers. So it's no way for us not to have, have grown through hip hop together.
Exactly.
You know, so I can't let the young bulls off. Cause I know the young bulls, I know y'all got it from somewhere. Come on, man. Stop acting like, you just woke up and just started putting words together. Come on, young bull. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I just know that, when I was growing up and I was watching you guys on TV, I mean, things like Soundboy, those were things that, like, you could go into a party and they play that and everybody was just, everybody was into the music, everybody was into the lyrics, people knew what y'all was saying, and,
Right.
and nowadays, with the hip hop artists coming out now, people be like, "What are they saying? Where's the message? This, that, and this." And I think I forgot what artist said that. He said that when the trap style of hip hop came out, it totally took the message out of hip hop, and I was saying to myself, I said, well, some trap stuff I like. I honestly like some trap stuff. But I missed the message in the music, X-Clan, you know what I'm saying? You guys, like when somebody say, "Oh, Smif and Wessun going," I'll be like, "What? They going where?" Like, yeah, I want to hear that.
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I think that I gotta, I have a different vantage point when it comes to the hip hop of now. I think that everything comes from a place.
Okay.
So if these guys, these females is rapping or whatever, it came from what was before them.
Right.
When I came out, it came from what was before me.
Right.
Again, I could go over these names, whatever the case may be, but when I came out, I'm sure that when I came out, they was like, "Yo, who is this weed smoking, Timberland wearing guy? Like, this ain't gonna last." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The pioneers probably was like, "Yo, get these guys out there."
Right.
You know what
Right.
I'm saying? But when Snoop Dogg came out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody's like, "Oh, yeah."
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, so we have to, it's still a fight for
Yeah.
us.
It's like an evolution.
Absolute
Yeah,
fact.
it's like an
Absolute
evolution.
fact. And you
Evolution.
better, embrace it. Like if
Right.
you make it to those lines, like I was just talking to somebody yesterday. I was like, "Yo, you know what? I got a bone to pick with Vlad. Vlad got top 50, and Smif and Wessun Boot Camp Click is not on the top 50. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like my brother sent me the kite, and I'm like, you know what's real? Like everybody on Vlad top 50, I love. You know what I mean? So
Right,
it's like, yo,
okay.
we have so much more conversing to do.
Right.
Like as humans, as people that's trying to figure out where we at in this world, like we
Right.
got a lot of learning to do. So let's build. You know what I mean? That's what the
Yeah.
gods talk about, build or destroy. Let's build.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
Before
that's-
we are willing to destroy, let's go for
And
it.
speaking of that, we don't see that too much in the hood no more. Like when the guards used to build and the
Yeah.
ciphers.
Yeah, had a parliament. Yeah.
Used to be ciphers on 125th, right
Yeah,
in front
yeah.
of Mecca.
Peace of the gods
You know
and
what I'm saying?
earths,
Like,
100%.
But my thing is that you guys, having you guys still around is first of all, that's the first blessing. Having you still around and being able to talk about the history of hip hop and to bring everybody up to speed and to go back to that era, like when we lost my man from the Ghetto Boys.
Oh man. Yeah.
It was tragic because to me,
Yeah.
I did a show and I said, salute to the homie because he went on live videos. Yo, I got this, I got that. I'm not gonna be around for a minute. And then when the joint went down, they try to put the tour together to try to hurry up and get him out there and do his thing. So some money could be generated and stuff. But my thing was, it was too late. It was too late.
It's too late.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
But
another one, probably Kanye Divine Wisdom. Salute Neighborhood Nipsey too, man. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's another
Salute to
one
Nipsey
that
Hussle.
we lose, and then we want to build.
right.
It's like, yo, man, like Tupac gave us jewels. Like Tupac and Biggie gave us jewels.
Right.
And neither one of them guys got to see 25.
Right.
And here I am, Smif and Wessun, General Steele, 1.5 of Smif and Wessun. I'm about to celebrate 25 years of of the shining.
Blessing.
You know, that's a blessing.
Bro.
You know, and I have to go, okay, it's some of my comrades who didn't make it, but I know that their message is just as important as
Right.
the rest of our message. So
Right.
I have to promote life, bruh. I have to go, yo, we got to do this a certain way. So the young people who maybe, you know, who have not experienced the way we experienced can go, I know, I heard about that. Yeah, get in line. Now, sidebar, me and Tech just spent the whole summer in Europe,
Oh, wow.
right? Give thanks. Europe, big up. Germany, big up. Switzerland, yo, Helsinki, Rome, yo, I love all y'all. Bring us back more and more and more. But it's like, okay, when I come home, I'm like, you guys don't even realize the impact of what we did here affects the world.
Yes.
So I have to be a vanguard. I have to be a person who's like, I got to take this a little bit more seriously than
Right.
just rapping to the beat. Bro.
Yeah.
So, you know, when I look at all these guys before me, I'm utilizing this information, and hopefully I can, you know, do a service to where we at right now.
Let me ask you a question. I know it's kind of, it's just, you know, observation of what's going on out here in hip hop, you know, with all the young talent, you know, murders and getting arrested and like ASAP getting locked up like overseas. I was just like, yo, what are these dudes?
That's
like,
stupid, by the way.
Like this is crazy. Like
I would fire all my security guards. Word is bond.
that's crazy.
You were useless. Anyway, go ahead.
And I'm saying because somebody
We
else. Matter of fact,
we got people to do stuff like that. Not that we need it, but hello, if you're a vanguard and you leading the fort, why is you even a part of that? Clean up your situation. Anyway,
I'm gonna say this. It was now I remember who it was. It was Master P. Shout out to Master P. No Limit. It was Master P. who got on.
Shout out to Percy.
On the air and said that these young artists got to start paying attention to what they're doing. They're in a public service position, and he said, you know, with all the artists getting locked up, just that. He said, you losing endorsements, you losing this. Yeah, he really said it straight because I had to listen to the documentary, not documentary, but the interview, and I was just like, wow, he really put it down. Like, you know, he was like, yo, he said, you got to start investing and looking at your money long term. Don't look at short money first, because short money ain't gonna get you nowhere. So, you know, shout out to Master P for that.
Shout out to Master P, man. No limit, man.
So
all day long.
so about Smif and Wessun, man. What do y'all got coming up? What tour? I know your guys are touring. I know, like you know, like what do y'all got coming up next? What city? Performances.
We just spent like 3 months in Europe. Like we was in Europe, like we live out there. And it was phenomenal because you get to see like people really, they listen to you. They hear your message.
Yeah.
One of the things that was really dope about it was I got to meet, me and my partner got to meet guys that was like, you know, way younger, like teenagers.
Wow.
So like, I mean, it's like, shit, when I was 16, I didn't get to meet my, you
Right.
know, the rap guy that I was listening to. I couldn't meet those
Right,
guys. Like,
right.
You had to do way more to
Right.
get around these guys, let
Right.
alone actually be in the room with these guys. So we get to firsthand talk to our peers, to people who like tech and still.
Right.
And I think that is a beautiful evolution for music.
Right. Right.
We have the internet, which brings us closer. So from DMs, I've met so many people on my DM. I got mad new friends on my Instagram.
Yeah, I think this internet stuff is crazy. We didn't have that when we was growing up.
It's cool, and then you know you have to be, you know, you have to be conscious because sometimes it'll take you into a dark place. You know, so I think that for us using the information that we learned when we was on the ground before, and now coming into technology, is like, all right, how do we utilize this and how do we share this information with these young guys
Right.
or females and move forward. I love to be like I sometimes I'd be mad because I'm like, why am I in Germany and I'm kicking it with 16-year-olds, 17, 18-year-olds that seem like they know what time it is. Like I can't wait to get back to New York City and kick it with some 16, 17, 18-year-olds
It's
that
not
know what
gonna
time
happen.
it is. It's not gonna happen. Like
It's not
these
gonna
guys
happen.
gonna be like, yeah, nah, OG, we over here with the OG. Like, yo, bruh,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we are important to each
Yeah,
other. I
yeah.
want everybody to know that we are important to each other.
Right.
You know what I mean? So this is what I learned, you know, from doing it, you know, running around with Smif and Wessun, running around with like when you see this guy, like you can't see this guy on camera, but my guy Dre, like this is like we have a family unit that keeps us on point.
Right.
You know, so when you're like, yo, how do you do this? How do you do this? Like, it's not easy.
Right.
You know, so we work together and we help each other do stuff. So,
That's what's
you
up,
know, at
man.
the end of the day, when it's nighttime, as Sean Price say, at the end of the day, it's nighttime. Sean Price forever. At the end of the day, it's nighttime, bro. That's it.
It's really good that at least all these years we still living. We still can do what you do and still inspire a lot of up and coming hip hop artists or people that like now they have the DJ museum. What is it? The DJ thing, and they got the hip hop museum and Hip Hop Boulevard and shout out to Barry Black. It's just so much that when we were coming up, we didn't have all of that, man. All we had was you guys. Like y'all were the icons.
Us and Lyricist Lounge.
Yeah.
Guys like that.
Lyricist Lounge, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
what's real is that we are carving the way. And we are undeniably dope. So we can get into these buildings and we can set up these these backdrops and always have these different things because hip hop is something that you're gonna have to deal with for a lot of years.
Right.
Hopefully, the younger guys will give something to the culture that will allow it to last another
to grow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But before that, everything that we got, everything that we all got, helped us do what we're doing right now.
Right.
You never thought that you was gonna wake up and be interviewing guys.
Nah.
I ain't think about, man, I'm gonna be performing at mad festivals, and I'm not thinking about like that.
Right.
So it's like, all right, you got to this point because you did your homework and you ate certain type of food, and you was like, all right, well, I'm gonna go in and test the waters now. So for all the younger people who are getting into the realm of music, like hopefully you love it. Whereas, 5 years or 10 years from now, you can actually pass the baton to someone who wants to get into the game, or you can have a legacy of some sort.
Right. Well,
some of these guys is going to be erased. You already know that.
Yeah.
Some of you guys we're not going to remember.
Well, some of them are already being erased because they're getting locked up, they're getting put away. Like the artist from Texas, I forgot his name, but he murdered somebody, so he's doing like 30 years of life. Young, really young dude. I did a show about, about talking about that, and I couldn't believe that the kid was so young. He was like 16, 17. He murdered this other kid in his house, and it was one of like the worst murders in Texas. Like, it was crazy. I was just like, yo.
Texas.
And he was an up and coming hot hip hop artist.
Texas is that's the death row state.
No. You all right, yo.
So, bruh, like, rap don't make you kill people.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And most people who are in music deal with spiritual building. I mean, it's no terrorists that come from hip hop.
Right.
There's no like people who are like, maybe sometimes you have the system who would probably try to make it seem like we are culminating this like this area of discourse where we need to bang on something. Like, we live in a neighborhood, we live in a communities, and in the communities we breed off of that. if you hear a rapper coming from your community, 9 times out of 10, that rapper is talking about what's going on in that community. He's going to places that the local news station wouldn't go, your local politician would not go. So we do a service to ourselves, to our families, to our people. This is what rappers do. If you come outside and you know, a lot of people be mad at the trap and the mumble and all of that. Like I have a different vantage point when it comes to that. Like I feel like if you ain't in the trap, you wouldn't understand the lingo.
Right.
If you don't know some of these people who, you know, you talk about mumble rap, you don't even know where that comes from. But if you know where that comes from, then you won't feel no way about it. But at the same time, I charge everybody and go, yo, do you think that shit would be around in 5 years? Do you think that would be around in 10 years?
Right.
Do you think that would be useful to us in the revolution?
Wow. On that note, bro, we about to get out of here, but still, man, we appreciate your time, man. Thank you for coming
Salute
to
the
the
people
show.
out there in the Bahamas. Inshallah, alhamdulillah, get it right.
Yes. Yes, yes.
We got work to do. We are
right.
there.
All right. Still, thanks for coming to the
Thank
show.
you, brother.
It's New York Home of Hip Hop TV. We in the building. Check us out, man. I'll be back with a lot of other artists coming up here. This is New York Home of Hip Hop TV. This is where it started, right here, New York City. You already know. Salute to the clan. Check that movie. Saga continues. You heard? It's your man. We in the building.
Official.